But joining me on the line now is Donna Abrams. She's a gymnastics coach in Cape Town. She's had a tremendous amount of experience, both on a personal level and at a coaching level. Donna, it's great to have you on the show. How are things on your side?
It's good. It's a bit frustrating with the current COVID cases that has been escalating. But we're getting there from the getting back to the coaching. It's a bit challenging because you obviously have to have all your protocols in place.
Yeah. It's going to be a bit of time before we get back there, and of course, hopefully everybody behaves themselves and does the best that they can, because the more everybody contributes, the quicker we get there. But Donna, I'm looking at this newsletter that was sent out by the city of Cape Town. A feisty staffer, love for gymnastics, and a whole lot of other things written in here, and your activity in the world of gymnastics. Before we talk about gymnastics and all the kids that you train and all the events that you've been to around the world, just tell a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with gymnastics.
Okay, it started in 2009 when my own children started gymnastics. At the time I wasn't working, and then the head coach at Spectrum Gymnastics took me under her wing, and she sent me on a couple of courses. I started coaching there, I did the judging courses, and I think the rest is history. And I think because the passion was there, even before my kids showed any signs of having the talent, and the rest is history.
And of course, in the gymnastics, we have multiple codes, and you were telling me a little bit about that on our messages. Is all the different codes that we have that you're involved in?
Yeah, we've got and like I said to you, interesting enough, we've got parkour also as a discipline now.
Yeah.
And it's very exciting. The youth out there love it. So we've got trampoline and tumbling. We've got men's artistic gymnastics, women's artistic gymnastics, aerobic gymnastics, rope skipping, and acro gymnastics. And then, of course, the gym for all.
Donna, one of the things that we see quite often is, in fact, the rope skipping. That looks like it's a sport that is very easy to do. It's easily accessible, and we quite often have seen in the past the rope skipping demonstrations. Is that one of the sports that is? Would you say it's one of the sports that's easy to join? You join up and you just start skipping.
It is easy. You just need lots of energy. I was
and a rope. You of course need a rope. I mean, that's what you need. You need energy and a rope.
And you know what? A lot of people think you would need two hands to skip. You don't. I skip, and normally a rope has got two handles. So what I do is I remove the one handle and I tie it around my stump and I skip. So I try to adapt so that I can include myself and also show others that, you know what, you don't have to, you can adapt to include.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you were born disabled, but you've taken this gymnastics as a go forward challenge.
You know, I always tell people I was reared as an able body, and sometimes it doesn't make sense to them, but to me it does. Yeah. I wasn't pitied as a child. I was told I must try things on my own, and that has really developed me as a person, emotionally, personally, and that is why I think I take things, I almost wanted to say I take it one hand at a time.
Is that something that, have you learned, I mean, from these challenges in your own life? Is this a life experience that you've been able to pass on to the kids?
Yes. You know, I had a parent actually that asked me, how would I teach a child to do a handstand, for instance?
Yeah.
And I knew that question was going to come some other time. And I explained to her, you know, if you look at a swimming coach, for instance, they're not in the swimming pool unless it's a toddler.
Right.
They're on the deck. What I do is I use my resources. And to come back to your question, how I pass it on to kids, I think my gymnasts have that respect for me, that they know that I will try anything, especially when it comes to spotting a gymnast. I sent you a little clip of me spotting a back
Yes,
walkover.
yes, yes.
And I show them that it's not difficult for me. It doesn't have to be difficult.
Yeah.
And they ask me lots of questions, and I'm open about it. I explain it to them because it's not difficult being me, and people have this misconception that it's difficult being me.
Donna, let's quickly talk a little bit about the structures in Cape Town. How many clubs have we got, and how do people join Cape Town Gymnastics?
Over 50 clubs, but like I mentioned earlier, we've got different disciplines, and the best is that parents must come and have a look at the clubs and see what is going to suit their child, because there's not every child that can do artistic or trampoline. Everybody doesn't like a certain discipline, so the best is for them to come and have a look, let the child see what they like, and also information is all on the website. The SAGF website has got all the information, newsletters, past competitions. Parents can have a look at that, and then they can make up their minds from there and even get involved in the gymnastics the way I have.
Thanks, Donna. It's been great chatting with you. Of course, we hope to see gymnastics back in the world of action quite soon, and we'll obviously follow your progress, and hopefully lots of kids are going to come and join you guys when things are a little bit more more open, so to speak. So we look forward to chatting with you soon.
Okay, thanks so much, JB.
Thanks, Donna. There we go, folks.
Okay.
Donna Abrams, she's a coach in the gymnastics space, and she's got her own club. And remember, if you want to find out more about Cape Town Gymnastics, www.capetowngymnastics.co.za. Go check it out. It's one of the most accessible sports, and they've, of course, got high volumes, and any kids can do it, all ages. That's what we love about gymnastics. Don't think of gymnastics only as the hoops and the pommel horse and the whatever they call all these things. Just think of it as in it's an all access sport, skipping included, like she said.